to them. The all-seeing guys. The all-seeing guys. With Greg and Joe. The all-seeing guys. The all-seeing guys. Greg and Joe.
Hello, welcome to episode 187 of All Seeing Guys podcast with Greg and Joe. Of course, I'm Greg, and I'm joined as always by this guy over Skype. Who are ya?
Joe of the Joseph said Jackson.
Joseph said Jackson. Did Joseph say Jackson? No, Joseph said Jackson. I was just mentioning a second before the old moustache looking nice and thick there, Joe, coming
It is,
along.
Yep.
You're looking more like bloody Miami Vice every day.
it was an observation was sent to me in the artwork that I had a moustache instead of a beard. So that was.
Oh yeah.
But then it was
yeah.
well, we discussed it, so I kind of have to, like, for continuity reasons,
Exactly.
have to kind of sort of roll with it. But then I'm now sort of not sure how I feel about the moustache, because I keep seeing, like, lots of people with moustaches. And these
I mean,
people,
that's always been the way.
yeah, no, but, like, I'm noticing it more, but also, like, in the context of, like, supposedly as a sign of a fucking red flag, like, it is red flag facial wear. So I am red flag facial wear Joe Jackson tonight.
Do you find yourself? I always find myself like playing with the hair over my top lip.
Yeah,
and
I don't
it gets
really,
a bit frustrating sometimes.
Yeah, I don't like it too much.
I
on
bite
the lip.
it off sometimes.
I
I
do,
find
yeah.
myself like biting it. I'm like, Jesus, what am I doing? Like trimming my moustache and my with my teeth.
because you can feel it slowly pulling, like the follicle of the hair slowly
Yeah.
pulling out, like fucking psycho. No, yeah, I don't. I mean, as I said, you know, despite having the moustache, I don't feel like a narcissist or any kind of sort of. But maybe I was already, and I just this is just the facial hair to complete it. But
I think it'll go well with Hawaiian shirts.
yeah, I think that, which is annoying because it's the Hawaiian shirt party tomorrow, and obviously I've got that sweet Nicolas Cage Hawaiian shirt.
Oh yeah, of course.
Very,
yeah.
but I just feel like I'm gonna look like fucking Magnum PI, and I'm not. It's not. I mean, it's not a
That's
bad
my point.
look,
I think it'll look-
but
I think it'll look rad.
I don't think I can't really wear shorts that short. You know, I'm not built for it.
You don't have to dress exactly like him.
No, I guess not.
Make it your own. Make it your own.
Stand alone.
So what day is it today? It's Friday. We're doing this on a Friday night. Feelings right.
Ladies' night. No.
Ladies' night.
It's ladies'
Lady-
night here at the podcast.
It's ladies' night here at the podcast.
How are you, Greg?
Yeah, I'm okay. Nothing really to report. It's been
How the tables have turned.
Yeah, have I done anything this week? No. I went to that Incognito bar in Kingston last week.
Yeah. What
That
was
was good. That was good fun.
That was I have vague memories of seeing.
Yeah,
Pictures,
it was
pictures
Lee's
of that.
birthday. It was Lee's birthday.
Oh,
so
was it?
Sorry?
I didn't know. I wasn't sure who you went with.
Yeah, it was Lee's birthday, yes.
Yeah.
We went with him and his girlfriend.
Didn't
and it was
see
really nice.
didn't see a single picture of Lee.
Well,
in all honesty.
No, I did post a blurry picture of him, like, receiving a cocktail. But it wasn't really like, let's all get a group shot, guys. It was
Yeah.
just like, we got met,
look
got
how
in there.
fucking mental
and
these
there's so
cocktails
much
are.
going on in that place when you get in there, and it's quite dark and there's no windows. It's proper, like, you feel like you're in, like, Prohibition drinking. Like, you
yeah.
feel like
I know what that is.
You probably feel like you've been smuggled. You shouldn't be there.
Yeah.
Like, because there's no windows. You can see a door, but it's sort of the door's meant to look hidden.
Yeah.
And then when you go out there, you're like in that weird jungle in that big greenhouse around the stairs. So it's really it's quite an experience. But they obviously do like crazy cocktails, lots of theatrics with it. They set things on fire. I had
People.
I had an old fashioned with bacon scented, like a bacon scented like smoke with it. That
see,
came
it
in
just-
this glass pig.
It's great and everything, but it just seems a bit extra. You know,
It is.
like,
It's really extra, but that's the whole
super-
point, though. You wouldn't go there. It's not the kind of place where you would just go for a drink.
How long did you have to wait for your cocktails?
Oh, barely any time at all.
Really?
They're well on it. Oh, yeah, they're well on it.
Oh.
No, man, they're well on it. They literally, as soon as they're always watching, because you only have like a 2-hour slot in there.
Yeah.
You can book an hour slot or a 2-hour slot there. So we booked a 2-hour slot. So you basically get through about 4 cocktails each during that time. And they, as soon as you finish, they're straight over. You ready for the next one? Ready for the next one? Like we're really on it.
Yeah.
Their menus are really cool. I like how they looked. I was like, oh, I wonder if you can steal this. And I saw you could buy them, but I was like, I'm not buying one.
Did I say buy? No, I said steal.
But it was pretty interesting. Like Lizzie's came out on some big hot air balloon at one point. Like,
it sounds like a fever dream, Greg.
It is. I had that one that was it was like a toy one, and it came out in like a Pac-Man arcade machine mug with like a wafer on it, candy floss, and mini ice cream was on it, all this stuff. And then, but it was fucking lovely, and it came with a massive grabbing machine game that just got on the table. And I was playing. You had one guy. I was playing that. No, you put the token in. You got I think you have 30 seconds or a minute to get as much as you can. I got a gold egg, and it's really cool. It dropped it. It spun straight out, landed perfectly in my hands. Opened it, and I had a scroll inside that's like, you've won a shot of manager's choice.
Nice.
So they took it away and they brought me. And she was like, oh, it was some stupid proof fucking drink.
Yeah.
But it was like a pineapple. Peanut butter liqueur. And I was like, I fucking hate peanut butter, but I did it and it was fucking strong.
Jesus.
My favourite one was the rum I had, the rum and pineapple one.
Oh mate, you can't really go wrong with a rum cocktail.
Yeah, and I knew I'd love it, so that's why I saved that one till the end. I was going to say, I knew that I'd like that one.
I like a good rum cocktail, and I like a good tequila cocktail.
Yeah, there was a good tequila one as well. Anyway, the rum one came out in this massive like chalice. It was awesome. And she's like, right, there's 4 shots of rum in here. This is the 4th shot. It was in like some little coconut shell with some blueberries in it. She set that on fire, put it down, and I was like, give it a couple of seconds, blow it out, pour it in, and it was really, really nice.
Yeah.
But the whole experience in there was awesome. Like I said, you wouldn't just go in there. You definitely would go there for an event, someone's birthday. And 2 hours was more than enough, because by that point I'm like, oh, I need some daylight, you know?
Yeah. Maybe that's probably the reason why they keep it on to a limited time.
And we were in at 7:30, I think it was. And when we left at 9:30, you could see everyone who was like going out for the night or arriving to kick off their night there.
Yeah.
Like, mate, I really enjoyed it. It's an awesome experience. It's good to go for, do it at least once. Good times.
I remember when the last time me and Karina went to New York, and she'd mentioned this like prohibition bar, like, cause like the great thing about Karina is like when we've gone to New York, she will research the fuck out of it, and not just like your touristy shit, like just kind of like sort of like more like uncut gems, if you will. The uncut gems of New York and shit. So she found this like prohibition bar, and she said like it was the last night, and she was like, I don't really know what to do. Like, I'm not really entirely sure where it is, so I'm going to ask the bouncer at this bar that we're already in. And like that was closing, so like we went up to him, and she was just like, "Hi, sorry, can I just ask you a question?" And he was just like, "You're going to ask me where the prohibition bar, aren't you?" And she's just like, "Fuck yeah, all right, yeah."
Damn, you're good.
And
you're
just
good.
like, yeah, no. He's like, I was like, "Oh no, I work there. It's fine. I'm the bouncer." And I was like, "Okay, cool."
So we're here.
But it's like, it was so like, mate, it was so awesome. Like, I know I've said this story before, but it's just really fucking cool. So it was like, he gave us directions and we followed them to a T, and we ended up outside like this sign that said Toy Factory, and you walk down this fucking alleyway and already you're just like, this is suspect. But then you walk down, you go up another set of stairs, and there's this like racking with all these old toys on it, and it says Toy Factory, and you open the door, inside fucking bar. Same thing.
Awesome.
Or no windows, nothing like that, because it's not supposed to be known about. It's a whole fucking decoy. And I like walked in, but someone was just like, "Take your fucking hat off," and I was like, "Oh Jesus!" So
somebody that worked there shouted it. Do you think?
I fuck knows, man. I just got heckled and I just fucking obliged. So like, we ordered drinks and stuff, and they came to us in like teacups. It was right. Like fucking like I guess that's what happened in Prohibition times, because glass was more suspect. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, why is this toy shop getting a delivery of like 500 pint glasses?
There's so many porcelain fucking teacups instead. So yeah, we were only there for a little while because they were also closing because it's a prohibition bar, it's a novelty, but they've still got they're like nah. It was
they're not actually running outside the law.
Yeah, that's it. And also there was barely anyone in there, so I'm not even sure as to how well known it is. But we did meet a couple in there, and they were pissed up, and we left, and then they came outside all like happy and shit. And then they were just like, hey, you were just in there. And it's like, yeah, how's your night going? Blah, blah, blah. How's yours? And they were just like, yeah, we just got engaged. And we were like, fucking sick, mate. We definitely stood in the street for about an hour just chatting shit with them.
Oh, nice.
Exchanged emails because we were going to get invited to their wedding.
Of course, emails.
So dumb. But yeah, there was...
At least it was emails, not numbers.
That was it. I'm just like, oh, mate, I'm really not up for a sort of transatlantic fucking group chat. You know what I mean? But it's cool. It's a cool idea. The whole sort of
nice. Yeah, it was.
But
cool.
I do know what you need. You just although even we were in there at fucking midnight, and we came out and it was dark, and we went when it was dark. But there's still this desire for sort of you just kind of want to.
It was dark when we came out, but it was nice. It was
but you just kind of there's something about just you want to just be able to see outside. Just I just need to know that's
nice.
Yeah.
Nice to know it's still there and
everything's
okay.
So I don't feel like I'm 5 fucking levels below the surface.
But that's been pretty much it this week. Just other than that, I've got no money, man. I've just been at home.
Yeah, sure, man.
There's not much going on.
Fun old times, isn't it?
Yeah, but I've got quite a busy weekend. I've got Lizzie's parents' 50th wedding anniversary tomorrow.
Nice.
So that'll be fun, and then there'll be loads of people going to that. My parents are coming and that, so it should be good fun. And then Sunday evening, I'm meeting Lewis for his birthday, and we have tickets for that Chelsea versus Tottenham women's team.
Oh, yeah,
that should be interesting. But yeah,
fun times.
And that's pretty much it. There was actually something I wanted to quickly say that I forgot to say last episode. There was a holiday, quick little holiday story I forgot to share from my time away on the podcast. So I made a note to remind me. When I was at the beach, start of the month on the holiday, I really needed to go to the toilet. I need a shit. I need a toilet.
Oh, so not even I'm going to go and just stand waist high in the water.
No, I need to
Please do that and have a shit. Please do that and have a shit.
All around me. So I went to the toilets that on the beachfront, and they were they were dirty, but they were also very old-fashioned toilets, just the big green die-cast twirly this around the doors, and it wasn't your standard go in. The doors were massive, heavy and thick. It was a really old toilet. And I get in there, and no one's in there. I walk up to the last stall, get in there, shut the door. Right, just get this over and done with pretty quick.
Yeah.
And as I get going, I just hear this little boy voice go, ah. And I'm like, what the fuck was that?
No.
And then I hear, help. And I'm like, oh my god, am I here as a ghost? What is this? And after a while I was just
toilet.
After a while I was just like, hello?
You would though, wouldn't you?
And this kid was just like, oh, can you get my dad? And I'm like, what's the matter? And he's like, I can't, the door won't open, I can't get out. And he was getting really scared, this kid, and getting really upset about it. And I was like, okay, look, I'm kind of in the middle of something at the moment.
Yes. Priorities. Yeah, I mean, you can't cut it off.
No, but the station's left the train. It's underway.
You can't just see all that shit. It's not like a bag of bread.
And I'm like, where is your dad? He's like, he's outside. I was like, can you just shout dad really loud? Because you haven't done that yet. Just shout dad. And he was, and it wasn't happening. I helped him, so I'm shouting dad with him. And we're both like, dad.
Yeah.
And then the dad came in as I was finishing up.
Yeah.
And he was like, what's going on? And I'm like, oh, he can't get out. In the end, I had to hold the door up while the dad was pushing it. Eventually, we got this kid out. And he was little, man. He was only 6 or 7.
Oh, fucking hell.
So I did feel for him. You could tell he was really
that's set him up for fucking fear for the rest of his life of public toilets.
Well, hopefully I helped it a little bit.
Yeah.
The man came out the other cubicle and helped me after he finished what he was doing.
I like the idea of you, though, just finishing your shit and then just banging on the door going, I'm going to get you out. Just really fucking him up.
Yeah, I forgot to mention that last week. I forgot to mention that last week. It was pretty fun. So I thought I'd share that with you now. Joe, how have you been?
Well, Greg, I've had an interesting week. I got COVID.
I finally got you as well.
Slapped around the chops. I feel like I was definitely too cocky, and I should have been humble about not getting it for 3 years, because fuck me, did I get COVID?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my week.
Yeah, you seem to be a lot worse than I was.
Yeah, mate. I don't know. I fucking God knows what strand of it I had, but it was.
I had one day where I felt really, really, really bad.
Yeah.
Other than that, I was like just hay fever levelish. But you seemed pretty unwell.
Oh, mate. It was. So it all started. Actually, this literally
3 years ago in China, maybe.
In a small town of Wuhan.
Gaffer, Wuhan.
The Wuhan clan.
That was a throwback to a previous episode where we did a whole thing about Wuhan, which wasn't even to do with COVID. It was pre-COVID, I think, that whole bit.
Mm-hmm. That was.
Sorry, continue.
So I guess Friday night, Saturday morning, I'm asleep and I wake up and I'm like soaking. I'm fucking sweating through the bed. And I haven't had anything like that in a long time, and also hadn't had a particularly spicy meal, had a fairly no real chances of me getting food poisoning from the dinner I had it result in me profusely sweating. But yeah, it's about three in the morning and I'm dripping out, and I was like, oh, that's fucking weird. Ended up going back to sleep, and I woke up the next day and went to work, and I was still feeling a bit I feel weird. That's all I can describe it as, is that I felt fucking weird.
Yeah, it's different, isn't it?
Yeah. So I did I was drinking a lot of water, and it was I kind of felt a bit hungover, but hadn't really drank. So that was there's all these sort of things were just man, what the fuck's going on? And at work I was like, all right, well, I'm starting to get a runny nose and shit. Let's just do a COVID test. So I did one in the morning, and it came back negative. And I was like, sweet. And then just as the day progressed, I just started to feel worse and worse. Super fucking lightheaded, fucking. I could feel myself swaying.
Just and you're still at work. At this point.
Yeah. I was still at work. And about 1:00, I did another test. And I wasn't patient, and I kind of sort of saw the line go past T, and then started to appear on the C mark on the thing.
Yeah.
And I was like, sweet, all right, cool, still negative. I just mosey on fucking with it. And then about half hour later, the girl I'm working with goes in the office, and then comes back out and was just like, is that your COVID test in the office? And I was like, yeah. And she was like, I think you might have COVID, mate. And I was like, you fucking what? So I went to the office and I looked at it, and there's bang, there's a faint line on T, and I was like, oh my fucking God. So immediately in a panic, because my boss has already gone home.
Yeah.
It's literally just me and this girl for the rest of the day, and I'm just like, fuck.
How many hours left at the end of the day?
5 or 6.
Jesus.
No, 5. So yeah, 5 hours
Still,
left.
5. Yeah, just
5 hours
left. It's
left.
a long day.
So I take a picture of it, send it to my boss, who's at an event, he's at a family member's birthday or some shit. And I send it to him, and I was just like, call me ASAP. This is bad. So he calls me up, and I was just like, what's going on? I was just like mate, I'm in a bad way. I'm testing positive, and he's like, fuck, all right, I'm on my way back. And he was like, you got to give me an hour though, and I was like, fucking hell, all right, cool. So I'm at work, we're just decontaminating everything. Fucking, I had to get an Uber home because the train and bus strikes were happening.
Oh, of course, yeah.
And I was just there with a mask on, just please don't ask if I have COVID. Please don't ask if I have COVID. Please don't ask if I have COVID. And just, again, also just in the Uber home, I'm just fucking swaying, and my head is just it felt like someone was squeezing my head and pushing it down. I was just ugh,
yeah.
So I got back, and then so that was Saturday. I slept and fucking slept, and then woke up Sunday, and it was just more of the same. And I progressively Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, I progressively just felt shitter and shitter.
Yeah. So you must have been literally right at the start of it.
Yeah, man. And I was and then I was even pills and fucking drinking so much water. I barely ate, but it was just this. I could taste, could smell absolutely fine. It was just a really fucking heavy ass cold, just getting slapped around the face every fucking day. And then I only really started to feel better yesterday, which is Thursday. So yeah, it was about 5 days of fucking grim.
Damn. But you said you're still testing positive now.
Still,
but you feel a lot better.
Yeah. Loads better. Like not like head. It was like a massive head cold. I just like, mate, I was like spaced out. It was. All I could describe it was as like feeling spaced out. And my sister, when she had it, she said like she had the same thing. I was like, I caught myself so many times just like watching like something on my TV, and there's a mirror near my bed, and I look over the mirror, I'm just like, my mouth is just hanging open, just like like I looked fucked, man. I looked like I was on heroin. It was just fucking bad. But
heroin for 5 days.
Heroin for 5 days. Funnily enough, actually, whilst I was off, and I was watching a lot of like just edit like fucking YouTube vidits of like shit people have found on Reddit.
Right.
So like subreddits that are weird and shit, like, and there was all these like fucking dark posts and stuff, and I found one which was a guy who just one day just decided to try heroin. He was just like, I'm a guy, like I've got a stable job, I'm single, I've got my own house, like I've got all this stuff. I've never really done anything adventurous, so I decided to take heroin. And then it was just like the posts afterwards were just like, I have made the worst decision of my fucking life.
What happened to him? Did it say what happened to him?
Yeah, so he did that first post and he was like, I used heroin, I'm not going to be using it again. And then like the next post was just like, yeah, so I've been using it for 2 weeks, I could not, like this, I'm fully in a bad way here, like I am dependent of this after just 2 weeks.
Jesus.
He had to he went to sobriety, he spent time in a mental institution because he had a fucking breakdown due to it, just because of this stupid decision he made. I think that there was a nice update though. It was like, I think he was like 2 years clean when he did a final update. So it was like having like, Jesus. Yeah, it was just like, fuck,
that was a while ago then. Fuck.
Mate, it's so, like, just, that's Reddit, man. It's fucked up shit on there.
I know, but yeah, that's crazy, man. Fuck. Just fucking, I'll give heroin a go. Why not?
I'd rather have COVID.
I remember a guy I worked with at Summerfield saying that. He was like, oh, I try everything. Like, I'll give that a go. I'll try heroin. And then we were like, what, heroin? He's like, yeah. We're like, no, man, don't try that.
Nah, please. There's just certain things.
He's like, no, not heroin. I thought everyone likes heroin. Like, no, not everyone likes heroin.
Some people like heroin, but they don't like it, but they just need it.
Well, yeah.
That is, I mean, I obviously, without having any use of like Class A drugs or heroin, I just feel like it's that sort of thing where it's like you try it once and then you're just forever chasing that original feeling.
Exactly.
So they don't really actually like it, but they need it.
It's funny when people like still say something to me like, "Oh, weed, the gateway drug," and I'm like, "Well, it hasn't gatewayed anything for me."
What have you gatewayed into?
Like, I've tried
Doritos.
other drugs, and I've tried other drugs growing up.
Yeah,
but they're all way behind me now, you know.
Yeah,
like, but the weed's still there. If anything, it's not been. I think gateway me to other drugs.
I was always pretty stern on the drugs that I wanted to take, and it was always like I enjoyed weed. I did mushrooms, and then really from that I wasn't.
Lots of the earthy drugs.
Yeah, that's it. More the natural sort of like stuff.
Ate some sticks in the woods.
Yeah, that's it. Like, but like I was always pretty stern on like not doing like, you know, more chemical. Like I wasn't interested. I wasn't really interested in cocaine or anything like that. But have like, you know, there was a time where I did Mandy, and it was an interesting time. It is like I was really stern, and then I think I was just like one day I think it was when actually I went to that barbecue festival.
I remember, yeah.
And she was like, I was like, sure.
A little bit, maybe. Yeah,
it was good. It was a good time. I remember watching DJ Yoda having...
Being outside would have been a great environment for it as well.
Watching Fun-Loving Criminals and DJ Yoda was superb. It was great.
Do you know what? I saw Fun-Loving Criminals and DJ Yoda on the same night as well.
Did you?
Yeah, but in Camden. In Coco, not Yoko.
Yoko.
In there with when it was like, I can't remember. It was like an Adidas party or so with Nata Jax. But yeah, DJ Yoda DJ'd and Fun Loving Criminals played.
I liked.
Interesting. I also saw the same two acts at one time.
I remember the DJ Odie one because he did this cut of this Kanye West song that had just come out, which was called All Day. And there's a particular bit in it where he samples Paul McCartney, but it's just like Paul McCartney whistling. And somehow, like, DJ Yoda found the original clip because it was on, like, him on Parkinson or some shit.
Right.
And it's just him whistling, playing the guitar, and he does that, and then he looped it into the song, and it's just,
all fits well. Yeah.
Oh God, it sounded good.
Did what they do best.
Did what it did. Funny enough, me and Casey had such a good time at Fun Loving Criminals. About 3 months later, we ended up going with Barry and Michelle
to see him
again at like Kentish Town Forum, and they were fucking sick.
Yeah,
like,
they were great, man. When I had Huey's pick he gave me afterwards. It was awesome, man. I wish I still had that. But yeah, also I really enjoyed seeing them live. It was awesome. Oh, there you go. Fucking hell. Got your fucking Scooby snacks. So you've had COVID. You're feeling better now. You're still positive, but you're feeling better. You're on your way.
Yeah, we're getting there. It's all right.
It's
getting there. I lost about half a stone because I didn't eat for 4 fucking days.
Nice. Yeah, I didn't really eat either when I was on it.
Not like I know you
on it when I was on it when I had it.
I did.
I wasn't on COVID.
Mate, give me
kids are on COVID now as the new drug.
Packet of COVID at the weekend. Get on the packet.
Do you want to go arse on the COVID?
You want to go arse?
Go arse on the COVID.
Do you do 3 for 100 on COVID? Yeah.
Yeah. Go on there. Yeah, 3. Yeah, go on. Yeah, 6 for a fiver.
6 for a fiver. Cheap days. God no. Yeah, no. I did the entire time. I was sort of just in bed and shit. I was just thinking like, we have to podcast at some point, and this is going to come up, and I'm going to have to draw myself in the box like I did with Greg when he had it.
Yeah, I was trying to remember. I was thinking, what was when I had COVID? Was it part of the episode title? But it wasn't it? It was spread Marmite, not COVID.
Yeah. I had you being consumed by a large quantity of Marmite.
Because I when I did eat, because my taste had gone a bit weird towards the end, I was just covering toast in thick layers of Marmite.
Oh mate, Marmite. The only time I have eaten it's been toast, and it's been with a fuckload of Marmite on it. Just because I've been scared.
It's good when you're sick.
I've been scared of just potentially losing my taste buds. Smoking, I have been smoking a little bit, but like it doesn't taste right. It didn't taste right, so I'd be like, like.
Yeah, but COVID's Marmite. Sorry, is good. It's good for you. It's good when you're sick.
Good for the soul. Good for the soul,
man. Good for the body. Okay, so I assume if you've been at home this week, but your mum hasn't got it. Your mum's okay, by the way.
No, she's still tested negative at the moment. She's not feeling unwell or anything at all. So yeah, she's all good. Okay. We kind of sort of just kept it at a distance.
Yeah.
Like, easily done.
When you told me you and your mum were just keeping a distance, I tried so hard to find a fucking GIF from the Batman. Of them at that long table when Batman's like passengers at the other end and Michael Keaton's like, "Can you pass the salt?" I couldn't find one. Couldn't find it
all the way down.
Couldn't find it.
Oh, that's good. That is good.
Couldn't find it. I didn't care about any alternatives. That's what I wanted as a GIF, and I couldn't find it. So it didn't happen. But my intentions were there.
They have a similar table in Jumanji when they're sat down with him for dinner, but they're all sat at the right end. They it's fucking stupid. Both sitting at who sets a table like that?
I know.
Who sets a fucking table like that?
Well, they do take their plates and go eat in the kitchen in the end, don't they?
No, I think he just like move down to the other end.
No, in Batman, he's like, "Should we get out of here?" Then it cuts to them sat in the kitchen with Alfred, doesn't it? And they're eating in the kitchen around the little table, and Alfred's telling that story. And there was Master Bruce. Covered in mud.
Fucking Alfred does like opium. Got an opium pipe in the corner. Yeah, okay. Yeah, all right, Alfred. Maybe you should go to bed now.
So I assume that means you didn't have any geese drops. Because you've not been anywhere.
Nah, mate. I haven't heard anything.
I haven't got any, but I've been sent some. Annoyingly, I just looked at this now and was like, fuck, man, I made a note for Tom's audio. I've only got about 2 or 3 on Tom's audio left to play that he sent us. I might save them when I have no geese drops.
Okay.
But I do have a couple here.
Not that he's like an emergency.
No, but it's good to have
like
them.
In case break glass in case of lack of.
Yeah, in case of geese drop emergency. I need to check what ones you played up to, but I still got a couple here.
We'll have to do that if we actually do get to a point where we've run out. We're going to have to find sound effects of us breaking glass and like a siren going off. But
So bit of geese dropping. When we hear snippets of a conversation had by you or us, and read them out of our context. Geese dropping. What have you heard?
having a listen.
Fran sent us a Geese Drop.
Super.
She said, thanks Fran, 19-year-olds. Also, that video of Fran falling down that fucking...
my
Fran,
God.
I don't know if you still listen, but if you do listen, that was... It looked... I hope you're okay, first of all.
Yeah.
But it was funny. And when I saw it,
It's just
I
one
had
of
a
those...
gasp first, then laugh. Just
I thought it was
so
like
you know.
a proper, like, she fell down the fucking hole. Like, do you
So
remember that?
for those obviously not knowing, so we saw a video. It was like a CCTV footage, wasn't it? Fran behind a bar she worked in.
Yeah.
She works in, and she was walking, and they must have just had like the cellar doors on the floor open.
Yeah.
And she just drops down.
Mate,
man,
it's just one of those
gone.
perfect falls. You know, where it's just so quick. It's like Family Guy, the way they fall over in Family Guy.
Yeah. It must happen so often in bars, man. Like staff.
Like a rite
it
of
must
passage,
happen
surely.
so often. But anyway,
She must have
Fran
broken
survived the
her
fall
arse
and
so
sent us a
fucking
Geese
bad.
Rat ankles the lot. Fran survived the fall and sent us a Geese Drop.
Fantastic.
3 19-year-olds getting off a bus at 2 a.m. in Vauxhall. I like she's put G1, so I guess that means girls. G1. I hope I don't look like Thatcher with this haircut. G2. It's okay. Hers was bigger. G3. She did have good hair though. A nice bit of Thatcher conversation at 2 a.m.
No, you're not even allowed to appreciate Thatcher's hair.
With the teenagers.
You're
I
not
didn't
allowed
appreciate her
to
hair.
like.
It freaked me out.
It
Her hair
was
always
weird,
reminded me of like a seashell when I was a kid.
Did you ever?
But I couldn't really figure it out.
Do you remember Spitting Image?
She looked like a turtle's head coming out of like a burning bush. It's how Margaret Thatcher looked.
Do you know? Did you ever watch Spitting Image?
It was the Thatcher on that was spot on.
Oh my god! Right, so I remember watching the show, and it was like
it was quite scary as a kid. I found it a bit scary when I was really young.
So you know, like in I think it was Covent Garden, they used to have like a Spitting Image exhibition. Like, I think my parents wanted to go to once, and they freaked out because they all like the fucking puppets were there and shit.
I saw it from the outside, never went in. But yeah,
like so fucking awful. Like even now, like when I heard
because it's back now, isn't it? The last few years.
Yeah, I don't know how back it is, but yeah, it's back.
Oh, I think they've had a series or two, haven't they?
Yeah, but just the way they looked and the way they moved, it was all just like I felt like I was going to get attacked by one. If I got attacked by one, it would have ended me. It would have really fucking ended me.
Ended me. Who was controlling the puppet? But no one knows. But we know it ended him. Right, Owen has sent me a voice message.
Oh, these are usually good.
Yeah, this was a good one, actually.
Strap in.
It's quite a lummy. Let's turn it up. Bit of a longer one, this one. Try to hold my phone. I've realised if I turn my phone away from me, it stops playing it, so I need to like hold it in such a way where it's near the mic and doesn't turn off.
Oh.
Ipswich Geese Drop. Sunday night, we've been on the booze for 3 days because it's like a weekend away for someone's birthday, and there's a girl who's been in there we've gone to the pub, left the pub, come back to the pub, and she's been there the entire time drinking, so she's hammered. And she's moved around since we saw her earlier, and she's out the front, and she's just shouting good-naturedly-ish at some random people, and she obviously having some disagreement with them, she just turns to the guy next and goes, "Dad, tell him I'm not a hoe."
Of course she isn't. If she was a prostitute in Ipswich, she'd be dead already.
Oh, God. Tell her oh, shit. That was quick, Jackson. That was quick. I always remember when me and Trevor bumped into the auctioneer guy from Storage Wars. You know, the bald guy that does the American one. Like, you'd know if you saw it. Even if you haven't watched the show, he was always on TV.
Yeah.
The guy that hosted Storage Wars.
Is he the guy that's got the eyes of Steve Buscemi? He's got like these really horrible, like just like.
I don't know. Well, I don't think so. I don't really know. But he came to England and he hosted the UK version of Storage Wars.
Okay.
And my mate Trevor, I took him to the Fighting Cocks for the first time after work one day when he came down to Kingston. It was a quiet afternoon and we were drinking, and then we saw him outside.
Is that Clacklegate Lane enthusiast, Trevor?
Yes, it is. Clackett Lane, yes.
Clackett Lane, sorry.
And we went outside and Trevor's like, I need to go talk to him. So we went out. Trevor's like, oh, I'm a big fan. And the guy was like, oh, great, I'm looking for out-the-box comedy. And I was actually in this pub. But we stood outside for like 40 minutes, me, Trevor, and this guy from Storage Wars chatting.
Yeah.
He was really funny, actually. We actually had quite a good, fun conversation.
Was he doing stand-up? Or?
Yeah, he was doing stand-up, yeah.
Okay.
And we were chatting away, and it was funny because he's like, "Oh, do you watch the English version?" And Trevor's like, "Oh, I do. It's not as good." And the guy was like, "Yeah, it's not as good as it." Damn it. Like, and he's like, "I got in trouble." He's like, "I made a joke about a prostitute being murdered." And we were filming in a place called Ipswich, and me and Trevor straight away were like, "Fuck, man!" And he's like, "I didn't know."
Oh, you're
he's
joking.
He's like, "I didn't know, man." He's like, people got really angry with me.
Yeah.
But he's like, "I didn't know."
Yeah, that's unfortunate. That is unfortunate. Do your research. Just type in Ipswich prostitutes on Google. Like, you're not going to get. I mean,
I wouldn't do that before making jokes. If I was going to make an inappropriate joke, I probably wouldn't Google whether it has more heavier weight to that area. Maybe I should. Maybe that's something going wrong in my life.
Maybe that's where your stand-up routine has failed, Greg.
Right, I'm about to open a can of
Whoop-ass?
Bull Roarer.
Steve, Stone Cold Steve Austin over here. Fucking
a can of Bull Roarer.
Bull
Interesting
Roarer,
name, isn't it? Bull Roarer.
That sounds like something you'd say for if someone's talking rubbish. That's a bunch of Bull Roarer.
Right, let's see what this is like. My beer 52 arrived today, so I'm just like, perfect. I'm podcasting.
Oh, look at us with our experimental drinks.
Yeah,
I've
always.
obviously I said it to Greg before we started recording. My mum did an order of like barbecue food. Thinking
meat to barbecue.
Yeah, there was your standard like burgers and stuff. And there was some chicken wings. There's a full rack of ribs, and then. There's just I only found that she didn't even call. Like I went into the fridge to fucking look for something to eat, and this was just in there. It is a full blown sized
meat
on the bone fucking tomahawk steak.
They're good, man.
Like, it's amazing.
Will it even fit on the barbecue you've got?
Well, she got like this portable one, and I think there's concerns because it's like of how to cook it. Because you got to keep the bone on, which is pointless because then you just cut it off at the end. But what do I know?
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it will fit. It's just the bone's going to hang off, and then there's obviously potential for it to then fall further off and completely off the thing. But I mean, it's not going in the oven. Bone, mate. I can't. I want to just swing this thing around like a fucking maniac.
Oh man, it's so bad. Good, man. When I was in Australia and we went and got T-bone steaks to cook on the barbecue, man.
Yeah.
It was fucking. It tasted so fucking good as well. It was so good.
I remember
really,
when
really good.
The night before my sister got married out in Australia, and the night before, my mum and dad took everyone that had come over to Australia for the wedding out to dinner. Nice. And there was like 20 of us all on this fucking table, like everyone's having food and shit, and obviously.
I hope so.
And I ordered a steak, and my fucking days, mate, this thing was like 1.5 inches thick.
Yeah, man.
Medium rare. Took up half the plate. But then even better than that was the fucking mashed potato that came with it was just so
sick.
Fucking good. Like, I would if I could have like that's my death row meal.
Yeah,
I just got to remember like what the place is called, and it has to be cooked perfectly. Otherwise, I'm not getting sent to the electric chair.
Can I have my death row in Australia, please, just so I can have this in my last meal?
Holla. And also, just instead of death row, just leave me in the desert, and I'll die naturally.
Lee sent us a Geese Drop.
Oh right, yeah, we're doing Geese Drop. Sorry.
He heard this on the 71 bus. Lee heard someone say, "So here's the thing: if I was a bird, I'd forget I could fly."
I thought you meant like a woman then for a moment. I thought you just meant if I was a bird.
Here's the thing: if I was a bird, I'd forget I would fly. I'd forget
Would
I could
you?
fly.
I feel like it's like walk. I mean, I guess they do walk as well.
After a bird, I forgot I could fly.
No, you'd remember because as soon as you like went to grab your wallet, you'd be like, "Oh right, wings. Oh fuck."
Yeah,
right,
I can fly.
So I mean, you sacrifice being able to have pockets for flying, and I think everyone would choose that. In all honesty,
sacrifice pockets for flying.
I would like if you like. Would you? I mean, obviously, everyone says about like
I wouldn't choose pockets over the ability to fly. No, that's what you're going to ask.
Really?
No, I would rather fly. Is what I'm saying.
Oh right, okay, sweet.
Yeah, I'm not saying I would turn down the ability to fly in exchange for pockets.
But you have to have wings. You can't have arms.
That's cool.
You're fine with that?
I think I could pull off the wing look.
No, it's not about pulling it off, Greg. Like it's about would you miss your hands?
Oh, I'll lose my hands. Why do I lose my hands?
Because you got wings now. You got wings.
I thought I'd just given up pockets. I thought I still had arms and hands.
No, because use of pockets. There's pointless. If you haven't got hands, there's no need for fucking pockets.
I thought I was literally using the ability to have pockets on my garments.
No,
I thought it was just going to be me as I am with wings.
I can completely understand.
As long as they were like sexy ass angel wings, not like pigeon wings, it'd be awesome.
I have made the mistake here of instead suggesting that you pockets. What I should have said was, what would you rather have, hands or wings? Is what I should have said.
Right, you threw pockets in the mix, and I'm thinking I'm giving up pockets. So much fun. I'll wear a bomb bag. It's all right.
If you've got wings, like you've got no need for pockets.
Oh, I don't know. That's a shame. I'd probably still need hands for things, right?
Yeah, exactly. Skinning up.
Yeah.
Opening a beer.
I thought I was just going to have
tying your shoelaces.
I thought I'd just have wings on my. I don't see why I'm losing my arm, my hands.
Because that's a sacrifice. You've got the ability to fly.
Like,
you've now
the wings would be. Surely the wings would be on my back.
You can't have the ability to fly and the ability to just put your hands in your pockets if you wanted to. It's not how it works, Greg. I think pigeons fucking think like, oh, I wonder what having hands is like.
Yeah, I reckon they think that.
Yeah, I reckon they think that. And you know what? They can't have that. They've got wings.
Till one day some like genetically modified pigeon is going to step out with hands, but instead of wings it's just two hands on its back.
Nah, it's going to be like the fucking gargoyle gremlin from Gremlins 2, isn't it? Because he had wings and hands. Look at him.
He had wings and hands. Yeah, he had arms.
Fucked up a load of shit. I feel like that's it.
After.
I feel like if you have two, you're just basically a supervillain.
There you go.
She's like you can't be stopped.
So, Marin sent us a podcast.
I sent you a podcast.
Sorry. Guys, this is what a real podcast sounds like, by the way.
Oh, God, this feels good.
Marin sent us a Geese Drop. Marin, overheard just now in the flyer, not just now, at the time she sent it to me.
Yeah.
Man 1. What song with my wife? Man 2. More like... It's more like what isn't. It's a bold move.
Mate, you can say that about someone's mum, but not someone's wife.
It's a bold move.
Yeah. You can't say that about someone's wife. You can things that works on ex-girlfriends. You can say it about ex-girlfriends. That's absolutely fine. Mums,
siblings, maybe
sisters. No, not even sisters.
If you know them, if you're friends with the siblings pretty equally, I think you can say it.
Yeah, fair. I think that's fair. Although I feel like if that only one sibling is present, you're gonna use the fact that you prefer the other sibling just to wind that one up because they're kind of wish the other one was here because you.
But probably shouldn't say about someone's partner.
No, wife because especially wife because it really takes an awful lot to get rid of that wife. Like not everyone chooses divorce lightly. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's gonna take a lot.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I probably wouldn't ever say anything like that about someone's partner, even if I was like really pally with them.
No, not until they're partner, like a girlfriend. But then as soon as they're an ex, you badmouth the shit out.
Oh, there you go. Yeah. Oh, I never liked her. Really? Yeah. I thought you did. Well, I did, but you know.
Just put on a brave face.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
But yeah, those were the Geese Drops I had.
Excellent. Well, thank you once again, everyone.
I've not heard any myself, but thank you for everyone who sent some in. Owen and Marin. I feel like Lee, Marin and Owen sent them in, so thank you. And Fran. Yep. Fran, Owen, Lee and Marin.
Excellent.
Thanks, guys. Thank you. Tom will finish yours off, I do promise.
Yeah, absolutely.
I only had one news story saved here. I wasn't very prepared this episode. We're recording a bit earlier than usual because we have busy weekends. Well, I thought I had already told you during the week that I was busy the weekend, so I did think we were podcasting today anyway. Mm-hmm. But I've got an article here. I assume it's an article. I've got a link and I've written "Buy the ticket, take the ride" above it. Oh, here we go. I remember this now.
Are you plugging our old EP?
Do we call it? Oh, right, yeah.
Buy the ticket, take the ride.
Wasn't it? It wasn't called that though, was it?
No, it wasn't. No. But
it wasn't called the ride,
song was The Ride.
The Ride, yeah.
The Ride was the intro, and then the ride was the first song on it.
The Ride.
You have to give that a listen afterwards.
Yeah, that's fucking tune, man. I gave that a listen the other day walking back. It was awesome.
Excellent.
Nice and loud.
I'm listening to the Stars Not Birds EP as well.
Were you?
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Very nice. Very nice.
Yeah, it is nice. Thank you. We've already... Lisa's been sending snippets of what EP2 might sound like. Some of the stuff she's working on.
Lovely.
Very exciting. This is the article I had. It's probably not as exciting as our previous ones, but let's have a look. I haven't read this story, by the way. I'm not read all of it, but I saw the headlines. Oh, I'll grab that for the podcast, maybe. I thought I'd just add to it as I usually do, but I haven't. But this is basically 2 people were arrested for public indecency after embarking from the giant wheel ride at Cedar Point in Ohio. Now, I wonder why they were snatched up as they got off the ride. I'll tell you why. It's because a group of 2 minors and 2 18-year-olds told police nearby that they witnessed a couple in the cabin above them engaging in sex while on the ride.
Fucking knocks! What a bunch of fucking grasses! Boo!
The 4 passengers saw the woman's bare butt and the man's penis, which allegedly left one person traumatized.
Traumatized. Imagine that. Imagine the humiliation of being caught banging on a public fairground ride, but then to be told that your arse and penis look traumatizing.
Yeah. Oh, they should be a bit more careful. If we're seeing a woman's bare butt and a man's penis,
Mate, bare butt.
Surely she's like pulling up a skirt and just riding him, right?
If they're bare butt, you know they fucking just saw her asshole.
Oh yeah, for sure, for 100%. That's what traumatized them, the arsehole.
I saw her rusty bullet hole.
It always makes me laugh when they're like, and the man's penis in the Bob's Not Burgers film. There's a great scene where one of the daughters tries to tell a boy she has a crush on him, and she's walking up to him and he's like play fighting with another boy, and as she goes up to tell him, you just hear him go, "Ow, my penis area!" And then she's like, "Oh, not now," and walks back away. I don't know, really makes me laugh just calling it that. "Ow, my penis area!"
I like that. That's good. That is good.
I liked it. We go on, and it was going well until we stopped at the top, one witness told police. My friend saw the couple in front of us having sexual intercourse and pointed it out to the rest of us. Well,
Nice.
that's it, because no matter where you are on the Ferris wheel, at some point you're at the top. But once you go over that, everyone above you can see down.
So really, this is the people at fault here is the couple, but only because they timed it wrong. They should have waited until they were like 2 or 3 like above it. So
But they haven't got much time.
Nah, but like, I guess so. I mean, my concept is that it's just the London Eye. And it takes 40 minutes
it's
to go
definitely
round.
not the London Eye. It's definitely a much smaller scale. It's still called a giant wheel, but it's like a Ferris wheel.
Did you ever see the video? Because you know, like they put cameras inside the pods in the London Eye now.
Yeah.
Did you ever see the video of the guys getting in the pod and fucking hotboxing it?
No, I did see that. Yes,
Mate,
I did. Yeah,
my god,
yeah.
they got that thing.
Yeah.
That thing was cloudy within
man.
about 8 seconds.
Another witness reportedly told the police, "I was able to have a perfect view of their cart, and they were going back and forth and laughing at us, being visibly upset."
I mean, that's a dick move. Literally a dick move. That's a literal dick move.
Police said the 4 girls could feel the cart shaking and see both male and female moving back and forth, and that their sexual intercourse continued despite the couple being seen.
Were they in the same pod?
They're not in pods. Forget pods.
Pods? No, okay.
Yeah, forget London Eye. Ferris wheel, very
Right,
different.
right.
You're in a swinging cart.
Oh shit, those things are fucking
that
tiny.
That go round.
Yeah. No, those
Yeah.
things are really small, and there is like...
I don't know how big these ones
Do you
are,
remember,
but yeah.
You know, there's that episode of Bottom where there's an entire episode of them on a Ferris wheel cart. That is like, it's like the entire episode is them in a Ferris wheel cart stuck at the top of a Ferris wheel.
Oh yeah, of course.
Oh my
yeah,
God,
yeah,
that was so
it's
good.
great.
One of the best episodes. And
When the hand of God comes down to get them out, and they're like, wait a minute, we don't believe in God. Bugger, bollocks, and it disappears. Yeah, I always love that he just pulls a full pint out of his inside pocket.
Oh yeah, emergency bitter. No. Whereas he says, when they start a fire, and he just like, put your jacket over it, and he's like, I've got 130 quid's worth of miniatures sewn into this, the whole place will go.
I have to see if I can find it. I can't remember whether I saw it on TikTok or whether I saw it on YouTube. I can't remember where I saw it, but someone somewhere was making an incredible diorama of their living room with them in it.
Oh really?
And it looked awesome.
Oh, I bet that's good.
Like, it looks really cool.
Because they used the same, for that first, you know when they used to do the live shows?
Yeah.
That first one they did was literally just the living room, and it looked like so good. It was like that shitty, grotty Hammersmith flat.
Oh, proper.
But I was really jealous of their kitchen area because there is like, it's a shitty kitchen, but this door just opens out into nothingness in the middle of Hammersmith. Imagine what that would cost now.
Oh yeah, crazy.
Because back then in the 90s, Hammersmith was not a good place to live, apparently.
No, God, man, wasn't it weird that there was that film they did that wasn't officially a bottom film, but they were playing the characters on bottom?
It was Guest House Paradiso. Yeah. Fucking Simon Pegg's in it.
Is he? I know. I don't think I ever saw it.
What did I have?
I remember when it came out, and when they came, the press was really weird for it, because everyone was like, but it's not a bottom film. They're like, no, it's just we're playing the same characters.
Yeah.
But it's not a bottom
weird.
film. And I could never really understand that. And it really... Because they were like, it's not there. They're in another country. They're in this house. They're in this bed and breakfast. And I don't think it was as violent, from what I remember. I don't think it was nowhere near as rude and violent as the series.
Nah,
it was
definitely,
slapstick, wasn't it?
I think it was a bit more gross than it was violent.
Right.
But I think I had like one of the live shows on DVD, and then on there
I had the one when they sleep in Wimbledon Park Common.
Oh my god, that's that episode.
On VHS.
Yeah.
But they did the live version. I had the live version of VHS.
I think I had. No, sorry. I think it was VHS, and it was the third live show, which was called Hooligans Island.
Oh yeah.
And on there was a making of Guest House Paradiso.
Oh right.
And there's the whole talk because at the time, Rick Mail had that quad bike accident.
Oh God, was it all? I forgot. Was it
that
then?
far back?
Jesus.
And then, whilst during his recovery, Ade Edmondson wrote this script and directed it.
Right.
But yeah, the whole behind the scenes shit is amazing. Like they've got because there's a whole massive thing about all the guests getting food poisoning, and there's a lot of vomit, and it's all this like these fucking tankers. They did like tests of like vomit. I hate seeing that shit. Like seeing people be sick makes me feel sick.
Right.
But like watching this kind of sort of desensitized me a bit, so I'm not so bad now. But it was
it's the
like,
cure.
Yeah, it is. No, it was yeah, but and R.I.P. Rick Mail as well.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Damn. Son of a bitch.
I did like him as Greg Davis's dad. In that,
show.
I
didn't actually watch all that show. I didn't. I
literally found a best of moments of
all
of Rick
I saw
Mail.
a couple of episodes. The one where they're playing swing ball was pretty funny.
Yeah.
That was the main clip I saw.
There's a really sentimental bit where he's saying like Rick Mail's like telling Greg Davis about like how he'd the love of his life was this girl that he's like he'd walk to her house every night to wave at her and blow her a kiss, and it's all really nice. And he's just like Greg Davis is like, that's one of the most romantic things I've ever heard. And he starts walking off, and Rick Mail just goes, yeah, shagged her right over that wall, bent her over. I did. It was really good.
Oh, good old Rick Mail.
I miss him. I mean, I do miss him. I do miss Rick Mail.
So yeah, that story ended with them being arrested, by the way.
Fucking, of course it did.
They were arrested for public indecency and taken to Erie County Jail.
Oh my god, Erie, Indiana.
Yeah, Erie County Jail, with the couple facing a misdemeanor of the first degree because two witnesses were minors. I love the last bit of this article, by the way.
That is... that,
Police added that they have contacted the parents of the two minors to inform them of the situation.
Fucking hell.
By the way, your kids saw a bare buttock and penis today.
How was the fun fair? I don't want to talk about it. I do.
Bare buttock and
Greg,
penis.
How would you react at your current age? I mean, I do sort of understand where these people are coming from. There's two minors. There's two like 18-year-old people who are in like obviously the part-time guardians of these children and they're having to witness this. But you, as a 38-year-old man, and you're on a Ferris wheel, not with your child, just to say you and me are on a Ferris wheel and we see a couple shagging. What's your response? What's your reaction?
Clap.
Yeah, right.
Laugh.
I'm staring. I am making eye.
This is a great story.
I'm staring until I make eye contact, and then I'm going to make them feel fucking awkward.
God, how weird. I've just had a message pop up on you'll probably see it in a minute on my phone to the Dicerollers page,
Right.
like an inbox. And it's Sean,
Shut up.
like SMTV.
What are you
Sean.
up to? What, like...
just really casual.
What you up
Hello.
to?
What are you up to?
What are you up to? Mate, should we get him on? How can we get him on? How can we get him into this situation right now?
Maybe not right now. We probably can get him on.
Let's just get him. Let's just just message back and say, mate, we're doing a podcast right now. Do you want to join it?
Yeah, but although he can't join us, well, yeah.
I don't know how we do a three-way... Yeah, can't we all just, like, be in a group or something? Can it just... like, we create a group on Skype?
How random.
He might not be ready. He might not be ready to be on a podcast in all honesty.
His surname's changed, though. But, yeah, that's well crazy.
Sean Pierce.
It's crazy. The last message before he messaged us on the actual Dicerollers...
It's not even, like, a hello. It's literally just says, what you up to?
It's been years since we've spoken to this guy.
Is this a booty call?
But the last message we had on there was from June 2016, and it was, "Hi, this is Viral from the old Moot House. Just wanted to know your fees to play at a pub."
What?
I don't think I ever replied to that. Wow, isn't it weird that we were just talking about Dicerollers and like the ride and the EP and stuff, and then we just heard from Sean, who was literally the biggest advocate for Dicerollers.
That is mad, isn't it?
That is crazy, isn't that crazy?
Mate, it's such a weird, like, fucking message, because it is literally just like, what are you up to? It's like a boot... Mate, it is like a booty call.
So surreal. Bloody hell. Anyway, there we go. Just sorry, podcast listener. Just a bit of a blast from the past, that's all.
Yeah. Well.
Blast from the past.
God, it's all happening, isn't it? All happening tonight. All happening. Has he started?
Hang on a minute.
Has he started Sean Music TV again?
Yes, bro. Can you download a WeTransfer link? I'm with Trigger now. We found the track you guys done on SMTV. Want to send it?
What? He's with Trig. What the fuck?
Yeah. That's so surreal.
Now they're both there, mate. I swear to God, let's get this. How can we create this? What if we literally, like, can he transfer it? Can he just post it on Skype?
No, he's going to send us something.
Is this because I'm pretty sure you posted our highlights on YouTube of us on Sean.
Oh,
Music.
yeah, for sure I did. Yeah, I did.
We fucking performed, man. We did that live. We performed like 4 songs in his living room.
I know. I was telling somebody about that the other day. I was like,
God,
I was like telling somebody that. I was like, man, I went to this guy's house in the Wirral once. Me and Joe went to the Wirral. Mm-hmm. Went to this guy's house.
He picked us up from Liverpool Street Station.
Like other Wirral rappers we didn't know, apart from Calcium Kid, who we knew from Don't Flop, which is stressful enough already. Not him, just being around them in a room where we've been drinking all day. There was loads of weed, and then we had to get up and rap live on air.
Oh my God! What did we did? I do remember us doing it. I remember we did. It's my turn, because when I finished and sat down, Calcium Kid looked at me and was just like, "Nicely done," and I was like, "Yep, I'll take that." Oh
yeah, and he spudded me. I was like, "Fuck yeah!"
Yeah, man, nice, like fucking super nice dude, like super chill fucking dude. There was a guy in the room who didn't speak at all, who was just like there on a laptop the entire time.
Kind of don't really remember that.
I remember there's a great bit where they're talking. There's a whole fucking
comics.
About comics, mate, and it's so fucking. I've got to listen to that. I'm gonna find that fucking. I've got to find that again, because that's such a good. That was so fucking funny. People were like sending in questions and shit.
Yeah.
Oh
fuck
my
yeah.
God.
Oh yeah. People were sending in questions and stuff. Yeah.
Man, fucking Rob. Rob
Reality G asked you. Yeah, they didn't seem too impressed with what they asked you about the brain.
Oh God, yeah. We weren't quite at that podcast level of me not giving the shit. I was supposed to be like a reserved fucking rapper or something. I was like, no, I don't give a fuck, man. I'm not even a rapper.
I replied being like, yo, here's my email. And he's like, I was just going to drop it in here.
What? Drop it in where? Oh,
like
right.
on Messenger.
This is great. This is great. I'm clicking on this.
I'm just telling him that we dropped an EP, an album last year.
Yeah, finally.
That's so random. Sorry, listeners. We're literally about to finish the podcast.
Hello,
and then this
guess
massive blast from a past has come back. I was hoping he would have dropped this thing quickly so I could play a snippet of it, because that would be awesome.
Yeah, man. Oh, mate, fucking Spotify. Just tell him Spotify.
Yeah, but not everyone has Spotify, do they?
Yeah, but, like, where else is it? SoundCloud?
It's everywhere.
You want to tell him SoundCloud?
It's not on SoundCloud.
We're still
it is
using
on SoundCloud.
We're still
it is
using
on SoundCloud. It is on SoundCloud.
We're still using SoundCloud.
Yeah, it is on SoundCloud.
Just say,
actually.
like, just type in Dicerollers on Spotify, or here's a link on SoundCloud.
It is on SoundCloud. I forgot it was on SoundCloud. Yeah.
Should we wrap this episode up so we can continue fucking this? This has been mental.
Yeah, that was really bizarre. It was weird because I was talking about him recently, so it's strange that he suddenly. I remember a time when I was meeting Rob's cousin, you know, Sean.
Yeah,
Sean from the Cox. When he messaged me, being like, "Yo, I'm down. Do you want to meet up?" And I thought it was that Sean messaging.
Yeah.
So I went down to the pub thinking I'm meeting Sean from Liverpool, from the Willy. And then our Sean shows up, and I'm like, "Yeah, sorry, dude, I'm actually waiting for someone." And he's like, "Oh, okay." Even though he's arranged to meet me.
Fuck off.
And it wasn't till, honestly, I think we sat back, and I was like, I don't know where he is. And after an hour or so, I was like, "Oh shit, you're the guy I meant to meet."
Oh
like,
my god.
So stupid.
That's great. That is fantastic. That is fantastic.
Oh my god,
Mate, seriously, I swear, if you just literally said right now, me and Joe are literally recording a podcast right now, he'll fucking want to jump on. Oh, he's got it. There's the link.
he sent me a link. I don't know if it'll download on my phone though.
I'll try it on mine as well, just in case. Unless this is a scam and we're about to get our fucking money just robbed from us.
It's all happening through. It's all happening through the. Here we go.
You're listening to Sean Music TV.
Right, this is what he's just sent me, guys. I don't know what this is. It's fresh. What is this?
I don't know.
Oh my god! Didn't we record a track?
No.
But it was all out. It was all out of town. Sign.
Standing on this lonely street, listening to this beat, I'm nodding my head. Whilst tapping my feet, staying fresh. Once other rappers become obsolete, get out the kitchen if you can't handle the heat. I'm not on the rocks, man. I'm like whiskey served neat. Can't you tell from these songs?
I will play that again in a second. We had an issue, didn't we, that it kept
Yeah.
going out of time.
Yeah.
And we couldn't figure out why. They couldn't figure out why. So we didn't. Nothing ever happened with it.
You know what? I'm not mad with how out of time that sounds.
No.
If you stand in my way, you'll get a taste of defeat. So take a seat, cause all you gotta do is fucking listen. We change things up, this is a one-man mission. Fuel by cynicism, anger, ambition. My coalition's filled with microphone magicians with enough ammunition to fuck.
Oh, yeah.
Repetition won't get us deserved recognition. I want to be original, so fuck tradition. I'm not thinking about getting my hands on a commission.
What year is this?
Oh my god, man.
Joseph Stalin.
Joseph Stalin.
This is her life, and she lives it by
Oh, I can't listen to it.
Twice, numbers are final. Shakes off the risk, eliminate the risk. Her mind is a bona fide technicality. Mathematically, schematically, and programmatically. She leaves me fitted like an intellect fatality. People say I'm just overreacting.
It doesn't sound crazy out of time.
Automatically.
Oh my god.
I kind of
Is
liked.
Trig on it?
I kind of liked how
His-
my verse
his
sounded.
Trig, his
Oh,
Trig.
Trig, go. I love the beat.
The name's Joseph.
Oh. You're back again.
Stepping up to the mic to get vile once again. You best not pretend that you can contend. Invite me to the...
Oh my god.
Even though I'm sick, but calm yourselves, breathe. When these bitches hear that I'm a dropping a CD, they go on to HMV, no with the lie. It was like a real life human stampede. I'm chilling, puffing a damn cheese. My team is top of the rap league. They give me the number 9. Too many callers on the line. The toilet doors are vacant, but it was occupied. That's what made the sky goodbye, so you could see me rolling.
Sick.
Hey!
I'm doing my
Yeah, I can hear
sound's
it.
gone.
Let's just fucking
My sound's
rap.
gone. Rather than turn it off, I'm just going to end the episode.
Fair dues.
Sorry about that, guys. We got sidetracked there. I know that sounds annoying. That's my thing. My mixer giving up. So yeah, it's horrible sound. So I'm going to finish up. Thanks for listening, everybody. I've been Greg. I live my life automatically. Fatality. Spit bars and
And I've been Joe, STYLIN, Styling, Jackson, Joe, people.
Woo!
The All Seeing Guys podcast is part of Podnose, the UK's leading independent entertainment podcasting network. For episode archives of the All Seeing Guys and all of the shows on the network, visit us at www.podnose.com. You can also follow us on Twitter via @podnose or send us an email via admin@podnose.com.